Hello Internet, it's me Josh, the Aging Gamer. So, over the past couple of months, we've seen a lot of leaked promotional artwork for the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I've been kinda just keeping my opinions to myself until an actual trailer drops so I can form my own real opinion. Well, a trailer finally dropped and, well, let's take a look at this. Let's break down this Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer. So we open up with a view of Green Hill Zone, or just Green Hills, which is less of a jungle and more of a forest. Sonic spins by and we see our lead human character, generic white guy, confused as to what zoomed past him. He picks up one of Sonic's electric fused pins, as we then see Sonic zooming around the forest, Evil Dead demon style. Sonic drops into his home where he has a bunch of worn out shoes and a boombox that plays Gangster's Paradise. I don't know why Coolio was played for this trailer, I mean unless they're going for a 90s vibe, but this was the only thing that screamed 90s to me in this trailer. I think they would have benefited from actually having a remix or something of an actual Sonic the Hedgehog tune. We then get some shots of Sonic doing some stretches before running, and no. Look at his body, it's just creepy. It's like a small child wearing a blue furry costume. We then get our face shot, and in this shot it doesn't look that bad. I mean, obviously they did some major changes to Sonic, such as him having two eyes rather than just one big one, but I can't get over that body. It's just too lanky and weird. I can forgive them for giving Sonic blue arms, and I'm glad they didn't give him those cartoony white gloves, but they should have made his body a little bit more stubby. Not only was classic Sonic stubby, but so are real-life hedgehogs. This version of Sonic is just too human-like, and it's borderline disgusting. It really makes me curious as to what character designs got turned down in favor of this one. Moving on though, we find out that there was, and I quote, an energy surge that knocked out power across the entire Pacific Northwest. To figure out what they're dealing with, they call in Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik. They don't actually clarify what name he'll be going by. Doesn't matter though, because you're just going to see him as Jim Carrey. Now, as someone who grew up in the 90s and loved movies like The Mask and Liar Liar, I love Jim Carrey. It seems like there's some people out there that don't like him, but as for myself, I think he's going to be the one who, no pun intended, carries the movie. And it looks like we're getting that more zany kind of Jim Carrey too. As for his appearance, well, I suppose it's not fair to judge Sonic's appearance but not Robotnik's. Carrey looks nothing like Robotnik other than the fact that they're both white males. But I suppose this gets a pass due to what we see at the end of the trailer. Next we see this police guy, which, looking at the IMDb page for this movie, reveals that his name is Tom. Tom tracks down Sonic and they both scream at each other. I don't blame Tom for screaming in horror, because if I saw this thing, I'd probably piss myself in terror. Sonic screams back and ah! Why does Sonic have human teeth? That is so goddamn scary. Animals aren't supposed to have human teeth. Hasn't anyone seen Photoshop before? Tom shoots Sonic with a tranquilizer and knocks him out. Sonic, the super speed creature, got taken out by a dart. How did Sonic even get himself cornered? Did Tom put down some glue traps or something? Anyway, Tom and Sonic have a discussion about Sonic having to save the planet. From what, aliens? Dr. Robotnik? Who knows? And looking at those two in the truck talking, it reminds me of this. Live action and terrible CGI just don't mix. Plus, I think we've seen this a million times. We know how this relationship is going to work. Sonic is the sassy humanoid animal that likes showing off his spunky attitude to Tom. You know, really giving him the business. But Tom just takes it as he's a nice guy that somehow falls in love with some random woman they meet along the way. Probably this one. Does that sound about right? Robotnik attempts to murder the two, and I'll admit, Sonic does look pretty cool when he does this spin dash attack and breaks Robotnik's machine apart. Robotnik finds a Sonic pin as well and decides to study it so we can get some funny-faced Jim Carrey moments. The trailer says it's from the producers of Fast and the Furious, which I'm sure there's a Fast and the Furious joke in there somewhere, and that every hero has a genesis. Oh, that's punny. We see Sonic throw a giant ring to teleport his human friends to some farm. Wouldn't they go to the special zone? Sonic is also being chased in a desert and surrounded by Robotnik and all his badniks on a rooftop. Robotnik fires a bunch of missiles, and I guess Sonic is so fast he has enough time to crack jokes as if he stopped time itself. This already irks me because now we've seen him speeding at 760 miles per hour, but slow enough to be caught and hit by a dart by Tom, but so fast that time holds still. Come on, movie, stay consistent. The logo is then shown, which I actually think looks pretty good, and then we get a little comedy scene between Tom and some strangers, which I admit made me laugh. The movie is coming out in November, and then we see a short snippet of carrying a full Robotnik appearance. He's bald, has a big mustache, and looks great. And looking at that background, maybe he's in Mushroom Hill Zone from Sonic and Knuckles. And that's it. That's the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer. What do I think?
I think it looks like trash! Damn Sega, damn Paramount, damn everybody! That just looks so stupid! It's fucking stupid!
Is probably what you expected me to say, but to be honest, I kinda expected worse. Anyone else initially expect to see a fart joke in the trailer? You know, because of the whole Sonic and chili dogs thing? I did. Anyway, while Sonic is as creepy looking as I thought he was going to be, the rest of the movie looks fine. I mean, I wasn't sure of what to expect, but some of the visuals like Sonic's spin dash look badass. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik I think is going to be the real highlight of the film too. Ben Schwartz, aka Jean-Ralphio, doesn't sound bad as Sonic either, though it's not like there was a lot of dialogue from him in the trailer. I'm sure he'll do fine though. Tom, played by James Marsden, or who I know mostly as Cyclops, is probably a throwaway character, but I suppose they had to have more than one main human character. There's some stuff I personally would have changed if I were in charge, but all things considered, my only complaint is Sonic's appearance. It's worse than when they revealed the new Ninja Turtles appearances years back. You can't really brush it off as no big deal because that is the title character after all. He could have been a bit more cute and adorable like some people have already photoshopped online. This is not just what people want this childhood icon to look like. I mean, I hope to God there's no Tails or Knuckles cameos. And it's also sad that this happened because now there's so much negative feedback. Since Sonic Mania's 2017 released, it seemed like Sonic was about to step out of the negative light that he always gets when something Sonic happens. A lot of people are going to be a lot harsher on this movie than myself, but besides Sonic's design, I think this could have been a lot worse. Am I going to see it in theaters? No, not likely. Will I redbox this? Absolutely. While Sonic physically looks like trash, it still looks like it could be a decent movie. But these are just my opinions. What do you guys think? You think the movie looks like shit? You think everyone's just kind of overreacting? Let's talk about it in the comments. Like always, I thank you guys for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Like this video if you like it. You can dislike it too if you don't like it. Whatever. And anyway, I'll see you guys all later. Take it easy.